Alrighty, so the update has been out for a few days, so I'm going to share my personal thoughts about it. There are things I like about it and things I don't like about it, so, yeah, just keep an open mind for that. So, yeah, so they added the new panel blocks, which, those, absolutely peak. I love these. Though, yeah, I'll talk about the things I like. So, but first, let me explain what we're doing today. Today, we are going to be replacing some of the blocks on the Darth Vaders Tie Advanced, which, if you don't know, I was going to do a video or a tutorial for this, but since my mic was being weird and it pretty much didn't want to work for like a short amount of time, I didn't have any of the audio for any of the footage, so I ended up like shortly postponing the project altogether, which I will get that done, but now that the update is out, I actually want to remove all these 1x2 panels, which can now be replaced with the lovely 1x4 panels, which are just gonna fit in perfectly. Perfectly. Uh, though, completely unrelated to the build that we're doing here, I said that the new aiming block would make the Stridsvang 103 a lot easier to use because I'd be able to actually aim the hull with the camera angle. It seems that that block, though it does work with steering, the actual, like, hinges on a car, it doesn't necessarily work for tank tracks, which is a bit disappointing. That's one of the more disappointing aspects of the update to me personally. But you know, it's not too major. It's not like I can't play the game anymore. Like, no, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's a little bit disappointing, but then again, they might change that in the future to have like some sort of setting on the thing that makes it so it can actually do that specific thing, right? So, yeah, overall, just absolutely amazing. All the options I have for blocks here is just cinema. Though I think what we're missing now is, how do I put it? We're missing the, we need something that fits here, or like does both the bottom and the side, so like an L bracket like this, but it's like 4 long. I think we need stuff like that along with the panels, but then again, that's only just a suggestion, and you know, I feel like Trailmakers really balances out like the updates really well. Like, not every update's gonna have like a slew of weapons and such. Like, it doesn't really need 8 trillion weapons. In my opinion, there's already like more than enough weapons in the game, in my opinion. I just want to add this just so it looks a bit smoother, so it's not as jagged looking. I'm also going to use this absolutely amazing block or panel piece that they added to just make it look nice and smooth. Yeah, just like that. Okay, but yeah, but really sad about all the audio not being there for the Tie Advanced video I wanted to do, because it was like an hour or so of recording, and yeah. Though I kind of did want to redo it anyway, because I felt like I was yapping a bit too much rather than like actually going along with the tutorial. So I guess that was one way to tell me, okay, yeah, that was good, but you probably could have done or handled that a bit better. Not to mention the 3 long panel. That is actually useful. Not that the other panel blocks are useless, mind you. In fact, they are quite the opposite. Weren't these panels originally called armor blocks? I feel like I remember that, but I might be misremembering, if I'm going to be completely honest. Okay, we did that and that. We did that. There's nothing else we can do there. Unless, I suppose we could replace that with a 3 long bracket. That might help it look a bit better. It definitely removes some connection points, but it should be fine. It'll be fine. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Famous last words. Let's see, what else needs to be done? Okay, that doesn't need to be done. That can't be rotated like that, okay. Oh, right, I need to, or unless I already, no, I fixed that. Okay, so that's done. Well, we could also do this. As you can see, from the beginning of the episode, I started off with like 600 complexity, and now I've worked it down to like 578, which, absolutely game-changing. Ooh, wait. I can do this now! Wait. So originally, I would have it like this, but now I can actually have it properly like this. So we state that like that, then we take a decal, then just gotta line up the angle of it. One thing I want to actually talk about what I kind of am annoyed by in the updates, or how the updates have been going recently. Mainly just one specific thing, and it's that the constant changing of the UI has been getting like the constant changing of the UI has been getting increasingly more annoying for me, because like I get it, right? I get that, you know, new UI just for like better whatever or not, but in my opinion, like the original like interface was like so much better with the bar being along the bottom, so that way, because when you're building this game, I feel like you tend to move side to side rather than up and down. At least that's how I see it. So like but like just the fact that not to mention pretty much having to relearn the UI because it just feels so much more different now than it did before. It's just, I don't know. I feel like they just need to settle on something in Flashbulb with the UI and just keep it like that for, you know, a while, or at least only change it when, like, it absolutely needs to be changed, not just change it for, like, seemingly no reason, or at least that's how I see it. Like, there was really no reason they had to change it, because it was good as it was previously before the update came out. Like, it was okay, it was nice, but honestly, I feel like they should give you the option to have, like, oh, a legacy control bar UI thing for the build menu. Like, oh, you can go to the original one where all your stuff was along the bottom, or something like that, because it just felt so much nicer and so much more easy to use. And that's my only gripe with this game in general, is that they keep changing things that don't really need to be changed, and like, it's not like it like completely ruins the experience, but it does make it a bit annoying when the UI is changing constantly, and, you know, it feels like I have to relearn something that I shouldn't have to relearn. I hope that makes sense. Of course, I'm not trying to make it sound like, oh, the game is unplayable and I throw it in the trash. No, it's not like that serious. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. I don't know. But yeah, it's just something that kind of peeves me a little bit. It feels unnecessary. But yeah, is there anything else I've missed? Actually, let's take a look at some of the other blocks. Maybe I'll get some inspiration. Okay, so we have those. So I actually do have an idea for these inverted corners, because these would actually be perfect in shaping the... So if you look at a Leopard 1 at the hull, and how, like, the sides of, like, at the top of the hull near, like, the upper front plate, those are kind of, like, angled a bit, I can see myself using these to form that specific angle. because those are actually perfect. Ooh, wait, I gotta talk about my favorite block, but they implemented it in a way that I kind of don't like. Uh, Not like that, or they didn't add the specific blocks, but a corner block that has a squared off base. But they did that, but they didn't add a version that was uh, one wide and two tall. Like, that's the literal one block I want. Like, you could take away all my blocks and just give, like, actually, let me find a better. Yeah, give this thing a squared base, and I'll never complain about a single thing in this game ever again. Like, it's just, like, yeah, I mean, it's nice that they added the blocks that they did, because this is really nice for, like, shaping tanks such as a T-34 or, let's see, what else? Maybe, if you're a fan of the weird-looking French pyramid tank, I think it's the, what is it called? The SM something? I don't know. I forget what it's called. It's French, so it's very forgettable, but, sorry, France. Your tanks suck, by the way. I think the only French tank I really could see myself actually liking is the Leclerc, but even then, it's a pretty mid tank, honestly. Um, it kind of just looks like they took a look at the British or not the Conqueror. That's a Cold War tank. What's the British tank called? The Challenger? Challenger 2 and 3? It feels like it's just like trying to copy off the idea of that. And, I don't know, that's just me. But yeah, that should be just about everything. I don't think I missed anything. So we took it from like 617, I think, and dropped it down by at least 40. So yeah. Oh no. I forgot. Changing around the blocks might break things. You know what? Let's see if this fixes it by removing these, then I'll just... Okay, so the rockets are the problem. Interesting. So, just for the sake of it working, I think I'm just gonna keep the rocket pods removed. If you want to find a way to, like, fix that problem or refix that... Actually, I think the problem with it was that I replaced the two 2x1 panels that were here with the 1x4. I think that kind of like broke something with how things like slide together. But yeah, that should do it. It looks so much smoother though. It looks way smoother. This is a... I forgot about that. I knew I would. Oh, wait, no I didn't. I thought I didn't replace these. I guess I did. Huh. Okay. I didn't forget. You heard nothing. But yeah. Would you look at that? It looks a lot smoother. I'll tell you that. I also redid some stuff on a few of my German World War II tanks. I do want to build a T-34. I actually had a really nice T-34 built back when I first started playing Trailmakers on PlayStation. But, you know, save file corrupted, lost everything. It's a fun time. But yeah. Wait. How fast does this thing go? I forget how fast my TIE fighters go. That looks normal, but I'm not sure. Oh, I'm gonna have to... Oh, okay. In the next episode, I'm actually gonna do a few, like, yapping sessions of me just updating my builds and putting new blocks on them. I think next I'm gonna do my Rebel spacecraft next, so we're gonna start off with the Y-Wing, then we're gonna move to the A-Wing, X-Wing, and then the B-Wing to end off, which, honestly, my B-Wing I am very proud of, and I think you should go check out my B-Wing video that I did. But anyway, yeah, I'll have the Darth Vaders Tie Advanced tutorial up at some point. I'm not really in the mood to do a tutorial at the moment, just because of the update and everything, and I wanna get used to the building UI before I actually do that, just so I don't like accidentally mess something up while doing it. I don't know. Maybe someone distracted me. Maybe I'm making an excuse, but yeah, that just about does it for this episode, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Okay, seriously, Asteroid? You don't have anywhere else better to be. I mean, it's never mind. I'm gonna end the video before another asteroid pop. Sorry. I'll go.